at the Dante booth at the ISE 2023. I'm standing here with Gas, drummer extraordinaire, and hopefully you can go over some amazing feature that you at Dante has with Dante AV.
Absolutely. I actually thank you for giving us the opportunity to talk about Dante AV. So Dante AV is the family of products that add video to the Dante platform. We have Dante AV Ultra, which is the ultra low latency, the best quality, and we have the Dante AV H, which is the soft implementation for H.264 and H.265 cameras, encoders, and decoders. Additionally, we also have Dante Studio that brings Dante AV features into your PC and enables the interaction between software installed in your computer with the cameras, encoders, and decoders. So basically, it's the whole ecosystem that people already knew for Dante Audio, now with the video. So what we have new here at this show is actually the new brands that are partnering with us. So lately, the traction has been like massive. So we are proud to say that we have 30 brands already cooking products with Dante AV. Some of them are actually releasing products at ISE.
And who would you say is the main people you're trying to reach with this line of Dante AV? Is it like airports, house of worship, or what is your goal with the whole line?
I would say that we have a little bit of Dante AV for everyone. So let's say the airport application you just said. In an airport, you have several types of video distribution. You may have the digital signage where the flights are being updated. That would be the great opportunity for Dante AV-H, because Dante AV-H has a modest latency, maybe 3 to 4 frames. So it's not ideal for something like a live stage, but for video distribution, for the higher education, to magnify the image of the lecturer, given the class, etc. So Dante AV-H is this very modest and I wouldn't say entry level, but at the same time I can think of it as a more popular. It will be our more popular solution because it's easier for manufacturers to integrate Dante AV-H because it's a soft implementation. So manufacturers that already have cameras, encoders, and decoders that have, of course, an Ethernet port, a system on a chip, can add Dante features. So the airports, the higher education, the corporate environments, or the simple video distribution system will be the applications for Dante AV-H. Dante AV Ultra can do everything that Dante AV-H can do as well, but it's faster and the quality is visually lossless. So we envision, of course, it's free for you to choose which of the flavors you want to use, but we envision Dante AV Ultra for the applications where something will be happening live, that image will be magnified for bigger screens, or when multiple teams are working with the same image, for example, in a broadcast studio, or where you have the audio crew having a feed of the program to see if the boom mic is leaking. Things like that is where Dante AV Ultra would excel.
Yeah, and it should be mentioned for those who are not really familiar with broadcasting overall, and they might think, oh, I can just put a casting device in my TV and that's fine, but you have to realize to this response time of the servers, that's 3 seconds, and then it's recall times, that's another 3 seconds, and you have a minimum of at least 6 seconds of responding time. And comparing that to Dante AV, which is, as you said, it's a 1 to 4 frames depending on the system. I mean, that's just a game changer on of it itself. So I think that people should just realize that the Ethernet connection is superior to the internet way. Am I right in this?
I think so, Jonathan. I think that the stability that a cabled solution where you measure bandwidth, where you can manage the packets with optimization features such as QoS, IGMP, VLANs, trunk lines, etc. Everything that we actually teach in the Dante certification are the advantages of a network solution. And just to add to what you said about latency, we are now offering for standard networks, standard 1 gigabit networks. You don't need to buy the perfect switch with the super high bandwidth. The switch that maybe you already have can have Dante AV added onto that, because we have for Dante AV-H, a very low bandwidth. For example, a 1080p, 25 frames per second with Dante AV-H will be maybe 10 megabits per second. Whereas a 4K 60 frames per second with all the colors there on Dante AV Ultra would be around 600 megabits. So still compatible with standard 1 gigabit networks. The latency aspect of it, maybe we can do a quick demo. We prepared something different this year for you to demonstrate latency. Yeah?
That would be great to see what you have in stock.
Yeah. Basically here we set this mini stage not to showcase that Dante works for only live, but it was a way for us to have something happening on a stage that is in real time, and this will then be sent to the Dante network. So if you want to point, over there we have a Dante AV Ultra camera that is by the company called Bowling. That is a Dante AV Ultra camera with the Dante AV Ultra inside. We also have here a different camera that is a broadcast camera that is not Dante yet. So we're using a Dante AV Ultra encoder. Both these images are going through the network. We have several switches in this booth. Actually, the entire booth is a Dante network. And the images are being sent to the Dante AV decoder. So the image from this camera goes right to this one here and is displayed on this monitor. And the video from that camera goes to this decoder and is displayed on this screen here. So, sorry for my lack of drumming skills, but I'll just show you a little bit of it. Keep the mic close. See if you can frame us there. I invite you to pause the video right when I click and compare. Same thing with the other one. Okay, so these two decoders are receiving Dante AV packets from the network. Now, just to make it a little bit more application-oriented, on a stage, on a tour, on a broadcast event, or in any event that you have something happening live, and image magnification on screens or overflow rooms, you want the least latency possible. And this is now achievable with Dante AV Ultra. I'll just show a little bit, but excuse my absence of rhythm here. So I also invite you to pause the video and check it. Okay, so this was the way that we found to demonstrate a little bit of the latency advantages, actually the very, very short latency between a Dante AV camera or a Dante AV encoder going through the network, hitting the decoders, and being displayed on the screen in less than a frame. So around half a frame of a time.
This technology is amazing, and I have to implore everybody that's seen this that you can go on to Audinate or Dante's website and certify yourself in learning how this system works in order to actually utilize it to its full potential. Otherwise, Gus, I'm so glad that you could take the time for us here today, and I hope we'll see you around.
My pleasure.
Thank you.